Hi, I'm one of the executive producers of Always the Hero, a documentary we're planning to shoot late next year. It's about raising awareness of PTSD, the scourge of our veterans and first responders. It's also about hope, the hope offered by one treatment in particular, music therapy. We've had a bold idea. We want to take a group of Australian and American veterans on a tour of the Americana Music Triangle and immerse them in music and music therapy and show the world just how effective it can be. It's such a bold idea, we've already attracted an Academy Award-winning director to the project. To help you get a better understanding of PTSD and how devastating it is, we talked to a couple of veterans and a music therapist last week. Thank you for your time, and please help us make some noise about post-traumatic stress disorder.
Usually PTSD is accompanied by depression, which is a separate diagnosis, but they often come together. And in my case, I had major depression, so at times I was suicidal, and that's really what drove me to seek help.
Music therapy is non-verbal communication. It helps with relaxation. It really helps reduce anxiety and depression. It works.
I'd literally curl up in a corner. I wouldn't answer a phone. I wouldn't answer the door. I wouldn't go outside. I'd hide behind curtains and look out and look for escape routes from the house. You're worthless. You're a piece of meat sitting on a chair, and that's it. And your family doesn't know what's causing it, and they don't know what to do with it. And that's probably the worst.
My name's Anastasia Pilbeam. I'm a registered music therapist in Brisbane, Australia. I have been for 4 years. I work mostly in aged care, and that includes working with veterans who have PTSD.
So even after taking antidepressants, having intensive counselling, both individual counselling and group counselling, I was still suffering from the symptoms of PTSD, bad enough that I couldn't work full time. And in fact, I never really returned to working a full week after that initial hospitalisation.
DVA sent me to a psychiatrist, and I walked in and he said, "You've got this PTSD thing, have you?" And I said, "Yes. I want to know how I can fix it." He said, "You can't fix it." He said, "Basically, you're better off going home, vegetating and dying, because there's really no hope." So I thanked him and walked out the door.
In my job, I work with a lot of residents who had PTSD when they came home from Korea, from Vietnam, even from World War II, but the terminology didn't exist. PTSD, as far as the world was concerned, didn't exist, and so there was no treatment, and we're still dealing with the after effects decades later when they're in aged care. And that's just not right. We don't want to make that same mistake again with today's veterans, because we're losing too many people to suicide.
It caused me to nearly blow my brains out. I lost probably 2 marriages because of it. It's a destroyer of people's lives. Kills you from the inside. Absolutely kills you from the inside.
Music therapy helps PTSD veterans build their self-esteem back up and strengthen it again, and gives their life meaning and purpose. The trouble is that unfortunately the world doesn't think that PTSD is real and doesn't think that music therapy is real. And the fact is they both are. We need awareness and support for both. I've seen it firsthand. Music therapy works for PTSD.
If we can create that awareness in amongst all veterans, all your first responders, but they must understand that it's there and that people need treatment.
Right.
I've seen veterans come back to life, come back to themselves, come back to their families and reconnect with them when they thought they'd lost the connection forever. I've seen it rebuild self-esteem and confidence and give someone back their words when they didn't have any.